communion, right? The relationship we share in our team is as a result of how much we spend together, talking about the vital things of life that affect the business, right? Not every time we are not assigned to always connect through trading, through the physical things that we're exposed to. Communion. All right, but this is one of the gifts that we have. I think I want us to listen to this. I was actually looking at something before this. Whoa. Let's see if we snipe. Oh, this looks good for 9:30. Okay, Euro USD. Euro stronger than USD. It's a call. It's already buy. Okay. All right. So we're supposed to have that one for a buy. We're supposed to pick it for a buy, but I was late. Ah, very nice entry. Okay, let's go back to.
And I didn't have a phone. Hi, everybody. I feel like I'm at a revival. This is great. It's great to be back in my old stomping grounds of San Francisco. When I graduated UCLA, I moved to Northern California, and I lived in a little town called Elk on the Mendocino coast. And I didn't have a phone or TV, but I had US mail. And life was good back then, if you could remember it. I'd go to the general store for a cup of coffee and a brownie, and I'd ship my film to San Francisco, and lo and behold, 2 days later, it would end up on my front door, which was way better than having to fight the traffic of Hollywood. I didn't have much money, but I had time and a sense of wonder. So I started shooting time-lapse photography. It would take me a month to shoot a 4-minute roll of film because that's all I could afford. I've been shooting time-lapse flowers continuously, nonstop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for over 30 years. And to see them move is a dance I'll never get tired of. Their beauty immerses us with color, taste, touch. It also provides a third of the food we eat. Beauty and seduction is nature's tools for survival because we protect what we fall in love with. It opens our hearts and makes us realize we are a part of nature and we're not separate from it. When we see ourselves in nature, it also connects us to every one of us because it's clear that it's all connected in one. When people see my images, a lot of times they'll say, "Oh my God." Have you ever wondered what that meant? The "oh" means it caught your attention, it makes you present, makes you mindful. The "my" means it connects with something deep inside your soul. It creates a gateway for your inner voice to rise up and be heard. And God is that personal journey we all want to be on, to be inspired, to feel like we're connected to a universe that celebrates life. Did you know that 80% of the information we receive comes through our eyes? And if you compare light energy to musical scales, it would only be 1 octave that the naked eye could see, which is right in the middle. And aren't we grateful for our brains that can, take this electrical impulse that comes from light energy to create images in order for us to explore our world? And aren't we grateful that we have hearts that can feel these vibrations in order for us to allow ourselves to feel the pleasure and the beauty of nature? Nature's beauty is a gift that cultivates appreciation and gratitude. So I have a gift I want to share with you today, a project I'm working on called Happiness Revealed. And it'll give us a glimpse into that perspective from the point of view of a child and an elderly man of that world.
When I watch TV, it's just some shows that are pretend. And when you explore, you get more imagination than you already had. And when you get more imagination, it makes you want to go deeper in, so you can get more and see beautifuler things. Like the path. If it's a path, it could lead you to a beach or something, and it could be beautiful.
You think this is just another day in your life? It's not just another day. It's the one day that is given to you today. It's given to you. It's a gift. It's the only gift that you have right now. And the only appropriate response is gratefulness. If you do nothing else but to cultivate that response to the great gift that this unique day is, if you learn to respond as if it were the first day in your life and the very last day, then you will have spent this day very well. Begin by opening your eyes and be surprised that you have eyes you can open. That incredible array of colors that is constantly offered to us for pure enjoyment. Look at the sky. We so rarely look at the sky. We so rarely note how different it is from moment to moment with clouds coming and going. We just think of the weather. And even of the weather, we don't think of all the many nuances of weather. We just think of good weather and bad weather. This day, right now, is unique weather. Maybe a kind that will never exactly in that form come again. The formation of clouds in the sky will never be the same that is right now. Open your eyes, look at that. Look at the faces of people whom you meet. Each one has an incredible story behind their face. A story that you could never fully fathom. Not only their own story, but the story of their ancestors. We all go back so far. And in this present moment, on this day, all the people you meet, all that life from generations and from so many places all over the world flows together and meets you here like a life-giving water if you only open your heart and drink. Open your heart to the incredible gifts that civilization gives to us. You flip a switch and there's electric light. You turn a faucet and there's warm water and cold water and drinkable water. It's a gift that millions and millions in the world will never experience. So these are just a few of an enormous number of gifts to which we can open your heart. And so I wish you that you will open your heart to all these blessings and let them flow through you. That everyone whom you will meet on this day will be blessed by you. Just by your eyes, by your smile, by your touch, just by your presence. Let the gratefulness overflow into blessing all around you. And then it will really be a good day.
Wow. How many of you are blessed with that? Wow. I just felt I should listen to that. I'm so blessed. If you're blessed with that, type in I'm grateful on the chat. Type in I'm grateful on the chat. Just put in I'm grateful on the chat. Just a second. Okay, sorry. Okay. All right. I don't know how you feel right now, but this changes what I actually wanted to do, and that's why it's very important to expose yourself to gratitude. Gratitude, they say, is the door path to every level of success. I can say today that, the 2 G's that leads to success, or the difference between the rich and the poor, is goals and gratitude. I need everyone to write it. You would like to write that down, all right? Because looking at studying successful people time after time, we have a business, we have a life. What we have is it's not just the school, it's not just the community, it's a life. And for every life, it's like a seed. And when you plant a seed, it requires nurturing, all right? It requires nurturing to grow that seed. What we have is a seed. And one of the best things that grows this seed that we have, all right? I need everyone to type on the chat, awareness and attention, okay? If gratitude is the difference between the rich and the poor, is goals and gratitude. Everybody here know what gratitude is, okay? I need you to write it on the chat so that I know you guys are participating with me, okay? Gratitude and goals is what separates the rich from the poor, the wealthy from those that lack. It's what brings you into the state of abundance and separates you from lack. All right? Awareness, that's goals and gratitude. Now, if you know that this seed that you have, right? I want to talk about the seed of life, the seed of life. Life is like a seed. put anything in life, whatsoever you're doing right now, you're trading, your business, you're building the business, your family, your relationship, your education, put anything, it's life. It's a seed. Why are you going to school? It's a seed. You're investing in something that would sprout into something. All right. So the difference between me today and me 5 years ago, it's my level of awareness. Nothing changed. It's still the same life. It's still the same seed. It's still the same world. It's still the same environment. All right. But one of the things that changed in the process of time, all right, realizing, okay, so I would say I'll shift. Okay. For you to come into that state of awareness, you need to pay attention. All right. So I need everyone to write attention. I want to talk about attention. That's one of the things that is in scarce commodity these days in life, in our society, in our economy. Is in scarce commodity. People don't pay attention. And the reason a lot of people don't want to learn is because there is a scarce commodity of attention. All right? If only people know what the power of attention could do, because attention leads to awareness. And what you are aware about, you change. You cannot change what you're not aware of. We are busily distracted with our world, the world we live in. So now, there is in us every deposit. There's something I believe, and I know this without a doubt that I'm a success. It's not something I'm struggling to be. I know I'm a success because why I was able to know I'm a success because of my origin. My origin is of God. God is not a failure, so I know I'm a success. All right, it dawned on me that I'm a success. So all I need to do is to pay attention to the me that is a success. All right. If you pay attention to you, you discover you not do the most of the things you do today, distracted and being busy with life. The truth is life don't lead you, you lead life. All right. A seed don't plant you, you plant a seed. But one of the things that is happening in the world today, life is planting people in poverty. Life is planting people in penury, in lack. Life is planting people. But when you come to a state of attention, you become aware. The only way you can be aware that truly you are a success, you are a multi 7, 6, 5, whatsoever figure trader, that goal is written down. The moment you pay attention to you, you become aware of the resources, the places, the decisions, everything you need to make that goal come to pass. All right? It comes to your awareness. Now I know that mentorship is key. My weakness can become my strength when I leverage over people that are ahead of me. It took attention for me to be aware of that skill. And I'm also aware of the process of time. Everybody write the word down, process of time. All right. This is kind of like a communication, a relationship. All right. And one of the things do you know why people don't really get what is it that they need to get from life, from relationship, from the things, from the blessings that God has put in front of them? It's because they're not paying attention. They are allowing the emotions that life has deposited in them lead them. All right. If only you know, that is why you see the word gratitude. It's so powerful because it's kind of like a game changer. I don't know the word to use. I wish I could. There is a best word to tell you what gratitude. Gratitude alters is a catalyst to your natural feeling. So everything, it switches. It's kind of like a switch that takes you from physical to spiritual to the deeper feelings of life. Gratitude. But it takes awareness to be grateful. So like I said, the difference between the rich and the poor is goals and gratitude, all right, which means direction and awareness, all right? If I am aware that this life is a gift, If only you could just sit back and relax. Why? Rather than thinking of what is it you don't have, the state you are in right now, your salary, your home, the instability, the economy, the government, rather than think of those things that life has planted emotionally in you, for it to, life plants these things to our senses so that it can govern us. The unity, that is the distraction of the world today, to govern you, to lead you. And where does life really lead you? To the negative. But those who are aware, those who pay attention, know something. It's a gift to have life. It's a gift to have someone in your life. It's a gift to have eyes you can see. It's a gift to have ears you can hear. It's a gift to gesture. You can move around. You have locomotive factor. All right. You have mouth that can speak. It means every complete thing about you is in you. You can process information. It's a gift. You know what happens when you begin to settle down and you're aware that, wow, some people are in the hospital today. It's a privilege that I can even think, I can eat, I can move around. When you begin to be aware, guess what? Something changes there. You are being tuned in, because the more you're grateful for something, more things to be grateful for comes into your alignment. All right. How many of you've noticed? All right, that the moment you start, you just tell yourself that, wow, thank you, I'm grateful that I have life. There's a switch. You begin to get this input of more things you want to be grateful for. That is when you really pay attention. How many of you have experienced that? Put in a 555 on the chat. All right. The moment you sit, you relax. You know, I learned from one of my mentors of The Secret. You know, he said, and it's also about attention. The best way to switch your emotion is to breathe. All right. He said you breathe. When you're taking deep breath, you can feel there's a physical, when you're taking it, whatever you're feeling, let's say you're angry, and the moment you become aware that you're angry, and you know anger is not something you need, it's not something that you need, all right? One of the things you do to switch it is to breathe, taking a deep breath. And you drop it. Something happens. It takes you from the physical realm into the spiritual. You know, it changes, it switches. Why? There's a scripture that said, guard your heart with all diligence. Guard it. You know, one of the ways to place a guard is to be aware. All right? Is to be aware. And for you to be aware, you need to pay attention. Pay attention to you. Pay attention to information. Pay attention to learning. Pay attention to the people in your life. Pay attention to every word you hear. Pay attention to the environment you always want to get into. When you pay attention, you can resist the darkness. All right? I am aware right now. You know, I mentioned the word gratitude and goals for a reason. All right. And I told you to write it for a reason. And I also mentioned the word process of time. When you are deeply aware of life, you begin to be grateful for time. All right. I need everyone to write on the chat, I am grateful for time. All right. Let me give you guys one unique factor of what we have in the business. I actually wanted to train on how to learn the skill in Forex. Okay, but let me give you, I am grateful for time. I need you guys to put it, if you only are aware of the process of time, the difference between here and there is T. All right, the difference between where you are right now and you driving a Lamborghini with a you know, 7 bedroom duplex in a beautiful estate, the difference between who you are right now and that goal is T, which is time. A lot of people live off time. They are not aware of time. So they blame themselves. They think they are not getting it. They think they are not growing. You know, you negate everything that happens around you because of your inability to be aware of time. All right. But if you really pay attention, so this is what attention does. I paid attention at a point in my life. All right. Let me tell you something. Do you know why? One of the things that shifted 4 or 3 years ago in my life, that's around 2016, was I really understood the power of attention. All right. I'm someone who liked taking stuff. There was a time things were going rough for me. I decided to switch all of it. All right. I decided to cut off. I wanted a new thing in my life. So I did something God wanted me to do. All right. I cut off. You know, I've told this story before. I don't really want to go into details. I cut off from the world. I cut off from everything. And all I wanted to do was to work. I wanted to rewrite the program with God. And one of the things that happened in that state, I was down to nothing, all right? I was sleeping on the floor in the church then, all right? And the only thing I do was to absorb the information that God has given to me. And it helped me do something. I was paying attention to life. I cut off everything I didn't have. I cut off everything that had happened in my life, the job that I stopped working, not because I didn't have, I was sacked, or not because it wasn't paying me. I just didn't love the life. It helped me. That period in my life helped me understood the power of time. All right. And what I did was I had to focus on my thoughts, my actions, and my expectations. All right, these are three things you might want to write down. It might really not be significant to you today, but it's going to come in a point in your life. All right, this is what attention does. So I don't care about who didn't favor me today, who owed me something I didn't give me today, how much food I wanted to eat that I didn't eat, how much. See, I was focused on my thoughts. All right, time and my expectation. I knew something that what I was doing as at that time, if I could stay disciplined to do it over a period of time, the person I would become, all right, is the person you're seeing who's talking to you right now. I knew, I was aware, I was fully convinced. So awareness brings conviction, all right? You're convinced about where you're going when you are aware. All right, a lot of people are not aware. They just live the life because they've been programmed. So your trading sometimes have been programmed to be the way it is. Your learning sometimes has been programmed to be the way it is. Why? The expectation you have right now is not the expectation you birthed from a goal, gratitude, and awareness. It's an expectation you birthed from the negative awareness, all right, of what is it you don't have. I wish you guys understand that. A lot of people set goals based on the negative awareness of what they don't have. Not from the position of abundance. I know I can have this. If I have this, this is what I'm going to do. I have the ability to affect the world. When you break a goal based on the need you have to supply, all right, that goal has strength of accomplishment. But when you birth a goal, a desire from a state of lack, poverty, guess what? There's a mindset. You become what you think about. If you think you're poor and you say you want to be rich, all right, the poverty birthed the rich thought. And guess what? It's the foundation. You just see yourself struggling. But when someone tells you you are rich, you guys get this today. This is different. When that is why information, if it comes into form and action, it births something positive, right? It's different when someone shows you how rich you are, tells you how positive, how beautiful, how powerful it is for you to become a millionaire. It's different when someone tells you. And the moment you become aware of that information and you birth, and the next thing you are taking action, it comes into form and action. You're taking action based on that information. Guess what? The result is transformation. Everybody put it on the chat. All right. Transformation comes from information you take action on. How many of you understood what I just shared with you? All right. A lot of people don't get to achieve the goals they set. So this is December, all right? We started this year with a beautiful goal. Goals in mind, all right? But one of the things I realized that why do people don't achieve, all right, a lot of the goals? We know the kind of people that come to us. When we do this exposure, when we expose the business, we know a lot of people come to us. Now, one of the things we've seen over time is this. I've personally studied this factor. It's easy to be inspired to set a goal. But the truth is, a lot of people don't pay attention to the state of that goal, the environment of the goal. All right? They don't pay attention. They are not aware. If you quit your job because your boss is getting you annoyed, now there's something that can come from that. There's all called positive anger. Yeah, you can channel it and you can get. But guess what? If you get into an environment of abundance because you were scared or afraid of you falling, right? The mindset you had towards birthing a desire and a goal is from the negative environment. And most times your fear will always, you know why some of you trade and you always think you're losing. All right, your loss, the fear of your losses, because you came into the business from the environment of negativity. All right, someone told you yes, Forex will pay you, and even you decided to believe just to try it out. And every time you set your mind, this information is there, the same information that is changing people, it's there. But every time you set your mind to practice this information, there is doubt, there is fear, and the moment you strike the fear, when you're winning these things, there is no exercise of confidence when you're winning, but there is always a grow of the muscle of fear and doubt when you lose. Why? Ask yourself why. What birthed the action you're taking is not from the information based on faith and positivity and abundance and your ability. It's from the negative. What is it you don't have? What is it you fear? What is it you're afraid of? All right. And someone tells you can make a lot of money here. Because you're afraid of being poor, you made a decision to come and make money here. Guess what? It's not going to work based on that mindset. Attention and awareness. I became aware during those periods I was spending in 2016. I became aware of what is it I am capable of doing. I became aware of my willpower, that if I set my mind on anything, I'm going to achieve. I became aware of the fruit and gifts of the Spirit that is in me, that if I put my hands into anything, I'm going to prosper. Training, information, the word started changing me even while I was still sleeping, even while I didn't have anything, I didn't have an income, I didn't have a stream of income. Just by paying attention to me and studying who I am through the word, through the mirror of the word. When I came out to practice what it is that I know, within 4 months, I became a millionaire. It changed me. It changed that information, the awareness. So now I didn't come out to try. I didn't come out to ask, what can I do? I came out with an authority of the awareness of who I am, what I can do. Sometimes that is what you guys need to be a success in this business. Not sometimes. In fact, that is what you need. All right. You need to go back and recalibrate. What's your why in this business? What brought you in? Is it from a state of lack, a state of fear? Oh, now a lot of people are going to make decisions into the next year. Will your decision be different? Will your decision be based on what is it this year couldn't give you? All right. And you want to switch to, I need this next year to be different for me because this year didn't give you what is it you don't? No. All right. You're going to move in circles continually. You just want to come to that. You need to pay attention to you. Who are you? You know, Sir Gary emphasized on what David had taught us. He said, you need to understand who you are, whom's you are. All right. It's all about awareness. It's all about attention, paying attention. So I know who I am. I hail from God. I can do all things. Whatever I put my hands to do prosper. I'm like a tree planted by the rivers. See, I know who I am and I know whom's I am. And I know the community I belong to. I just knew that if I get when I saw Mr. Obi, when I saw David, I saw Mr. Obi, I saw the leaders in this business. I know who I belong to. I know the environment I belong to. These people are not joking. They had a story. I saw that story. That story linked to what I had. All right. And I saw them have moved. They've moved because of the awareness of. Sometimes you guys hear these things when Mr. Obi said, when this business was introduced to him, and they mentioned Forex, the old information repelled. He didn't want to do the business. But when he heard something, and that something is about, see, that it was as a result of his awareness. He was aware about the power of mentorship. He didn't joke about it. You know, one of the things that made him make the decision he made that some of you can't make today, you keep hearing it, but you can't make that decision. All right. You keep giving yourself excuses, was his level of awareness. He was aware that if he had relationship, and I know that awareness comes from a foundation of who he is, all right, in his spiritual life. I know what it is. He knew something, that if he had a relationship with someone who's a billionaire, that billionaire had a relationship with him, is willing to teach him that same skill, he knew that nothing was going to make him fail. So all he needed to do was to take action. He took an action based on his awareness of what he can do, not what the business will do for him. Now, this is a lot of me. This is the difference between the standing of some people in the business. He took the information and took action, not because of what the person will do for him, but he took this information based on the fact, the privilege of having a contact with someone who's willing to teach him. And since that is there, he knew that if anybody was going to be a billionaire, okay, I think there he said millionaire, and I am. He took action based on his ability, not what was going to be given to him. How many of you understand what I just shared? Put in a 555 on the chat. He took the decision based on his ability to take that information and get results. Not what was going to be given to him. So he's not coming here to say, is this thing working? He already knew it was going to work. Because someone is a billionaire, and that billionaire has created other billionaires. So he knew that if anybody was going to be a billionaire, a millionaire, it was going to be him, based on the awareness of what he can do with mentorship. Some of you test this program. When you test water. Why do people test water? If they tell you the water is deep, or someone that tell you the water is not shallow, why do you go and test the water? Because you're scared that the water is still deep. So you have faith to take action, but the faith is from, I don't call that faith. When you're trying to test something, it's not faith. Faith is going all in. All right. We are product of faith, seed of Abraham. All right. Check the life of Abraham. Abraham was a rugged faith man. In fact, I sometimes I analyze the story. I know whom I am, whom I am. All right. I know who I belong to. I know who I am. So if faith is everything, when you're aware, they say in every relationship, I want to tell you guys this. All right, because some things are going to happen between now and the end of the year. For your year, all right, the year is nothing different. 2021 is nothing different. It's just numbers, it's just dates, just calendar, right? But for you to have a different experience, you need to come from the standing of a different awareness. You need to be a different you. You need for what you want to change, all right, you need to be aware of. So I was able to. The reason we have the kind of result we have is the same business, the same trading, the same emotion. You're exposed to the same things, but we have a different foundation that brings a different result. Be aware of that foundation. If you could know where you are right now mentally, are you in the business from an environment of fear, doubt, uncertainty, or you are in a business from being grateful that you are privileged to be in a community of people that can change your life, and your goal is, I must take advantage and get result irrespective of what's happening. If that's your mindset, everything changes. That was my mindset. And that was the mindset of my mentor when he came in. That was the mindset of Dr. Luke when he came in. That was the mindset of Sagari. That was the mindset of Mr. David when he came in. All the leaders in the business today that they're having massive results. That was their mindset. Their mindset was not the mindset of begging. Do this for me. Their mindset was, what you have, I can become. I just need to follow you consistently. So that is why a lot of them, when they don't even know how to build the business, they built the business because they know if they stayed long enough, in the business, they are going to become multimillionaires. They stay long. They are aware that time, the process of time. That's why I told you guys to write process of time. The difference between where you are right now and the goal you set last 2 years that you have not achieved is the process of time. Trust in time. Have faith in time. That if you stay consistent with the right mindset, attention, and awareness, and you are grateful for everything that are around you, you're grateful for the fact that we're having this session and you can listen, you're hearing these things, it calibrates, this thing can change your thoughts. Because it makes you aware that if these things are really happening, if people are really getting results, then something is happening. It's not external, it's internal. Something is happening to me. Whenever anybody tells me I blew an account, I'll tell you, let's sit down, let's talk about what happened before you blew the account. They always know. They become aware that it's not as a result of the trade. The trade is what it is. The market does not know what just happened to you. You do. So what do you need to do? Pay attention. For you to change it, you need to pay attention. You need to be aware. What did I do for this to happen? What have I been doing for these things that are happening? And what would I do for the expectation to happen? Be aware. And one of the things to switch, all right, is gratitude. Be grateful that you're connected to the system. Be grateful that you have a relationship with your mentors. Be grateful that you have life. Be grateful that you have time. A lot of people, their time is off. They are off this universe right now. They're gone. All right. Be grateful you still have time to succeed. Be grateful. And when you're grateful, all right, your attention and awareness level increases, and you begin see these things we call frequency and paradigm. It comes from you cutting off all of the distractions, the money you don't have right now, your subscription that is going to off in a couple of days, your house rent. See, when you're grateful and you are aware, all of these things change. They begin to disappear. You begin to be blind. It brings this level of focus that you're blind. And you know, when you're focused on a thing so strong, you become blind to everything. All right? Gratitude, awareness, attention, and the process of time will change who you are in the business. We live, I know something, all right? We belong or we hail from a God who sees the end from the very beginning. When I started this business, I'd seen the end. This was going to accomplish every vision that God has given to me. I saw the end from when I made my first payment, right? That is why I've been consistent, because I've seen the end. Irrespective of my ups and downs, back and forth in accounts and growth, I've been in an uptrend. Everybody type the word uptrend, all right? Type the word uptrend in the chat. You need to be aware. Are you growing? The person that I am right now, the kind of things I used to see and hear. I used to be someone who watched DSTV, take all of the CNN, all right? What did Eva Cabra call CNN? Constant negative news. I used to be someone, when you say something to me, I process it and I give it back to you. But now I'm aware that when you say something to me, rather than say, I'm careful of what I'll say to you. I'm aware that my words have power. I am a life giver, all right? So I don't just react based on how the world will react to information. I am now aware. Even these things I just counted to you is making me smile, and I'm grateful. It brings me to a sense of gratitude. I'm grateful that I'm a better man. And a better man will have a better result. When you become better, your result become better. See you getting better. And if you see yourself, if you look at these intangible things and you see yourself, your connection with them is not better, begin to better them. All right, begin to have gratitude, begin to love people, begin to serve people. See, that is why we see it. It's kind of like, this is like a cult. This is like, this relationship, it's like our life depends on it. We want to see people grow, not because we're making money. We want to see people because it's all we see, seeing people succeed, because someone has cast the vision. And when you become part of that vision, you will become the vision. To impact life is not a vision. It's not a lifestyle. Not because of the money, but it's not in nature, because we belong to an environment. It's an awareness that I could live the life that I'm living right now. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I could pick up my data and share what it is that God has put in my heart. And there is 10 people on the chat, 9 people on the chat that can listen to me. I have served today. All right? Service to humanity leads to greatness. I thank God for this platform that has given me an opportunity to serve. I am grateful. A lot of people have been calibrated to be slave to the world. They wake up in the morning, they are slave. They run a routine they don't even control. But here I am. I woke up in the morning and I am open. I have time to process what I can do. And one of the things that generates from me is that love to serve people. It's a privilege. And when you begin to see things like that, everything around you begin to change. Your results begin to change. Your outcome begin to change. You begin to meet the right people. Some of you would say, I'm talking to some people, they are not. No, you've not seen you serving them. That is why you've not met the people that need to be served. All right? Change the way you are. Change your outlook. Change your mindset. The right people will come. That is why you are here on. Some of you are here on this call listening to me because we've seen. All right, we visualize and we are part of a community of people who want to impact. And I really want to say this today. That wouldn't have been possible. That is why we're all connected. All right, it wouldn't have been possible if someone, all you need to do for you to make a decision that will change who you are in 2021, all right, because you need to change who you are for the year to change. See, you need to come to terms, all right, that you need to make a decision. And every decision you make is from an information. And every information you get needs an action for the transformation. All right? I am transformed right now because someone made a decision a little over 3 years ago, made a decision that he wants to affect lives. And he took action. And that action brought about my existence in this business. I am so grateful for Mr. Obi for making that decision a few years ago. And he didn't just make the decision from a position of his lack. He made the position because he saw me ahead. He saw people like you ahead. He saw thousands of people in Nigeria. That is why even when the business is going up and down, we still keep believing over the years that we're going to impact 10,000 families in 2021. Not giving up because he believed and he took action. And now he's attracting people who believe the same thing. All right. What you need sometimes for the abundance that is not showing up in your trading account is a switch of mindset. I want to say a very big thank you to Chairman, sir. I'm so grateful. I would always be grateful. It's a privilege and it's a blessing to serve under your tutelage. I'm so grateful. Thank you very much for blessing our lives and for giving me the opportunity of serving. Thank you very much, sir. Over to you. Are you on the call, sir? And if you're grateful for
yes, I am.
Type in an 888 and celebrate our mentor and coach, Mr. Obi Anyangwa. We love you, sir. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kenry, for sharing an excellent morning to everyone on the call. I hope you heard those wonderful words of wisdom. They will guide you, they will direct you and make your journey easier and faster. Because these things are things that, some of us wish we knew. We wish we knew these things earlier, but you are getting it now. So grab it, run with it. It's not the strategy that is the main thing. It's your mindset. It's not the tool that is the main thing. It's your mindset. And once your mindset is right, you will see even the wrong things will turn out right for you. Once your mindset is right. We are not saying, oh, you wouldn't face challenges, but even if when you face challenges, you still turn it around for your good. That is what this opportunity is about. And Cash Trap 2.0 is up and is rocking. So you can as well, just have fun with it. Get, if you're not on Matthew's session this morning, you can watch the recording. It's such a blessing. Literally, they pushed. In fact, I'm saying this is our our double blessing strategy right here. Every single thing in our double blessing strategy is here. The support and resistance, everything your currency strength. We have time to, trade with it. Tomorrow, I know Dr. Nodiwe does 7 a.m. class. If you can also be on that class next tomorrow, even Kenry also has 9 a.m. class. So, and I think later tonight, we might just look at it together, maybe by 8 o'clock. For those that are new, I'm just, playing around it, and it's fun. It's fun. Yes, there's a little few adjustments here and there, but overall, it is fun. So let's have fun with it. Let's enjoy it. Let's win with it and build those accounts to massive, massive mega millions. So that is my call to you. And the promo that is on, take advantage of it. Go 2 and free. Go P150. Go P600. That's a whooping $50. That's about 25,000 naira somebody is dashing the person starting. So go all out, take advantage of it. And we have another super session this Saturday. Start promoting now. Don't wait for Thursday or Friday night. Or you say, I'm waiting for flyer. The flyer will be out. But before you get the flyer, get to work now. Get to work now. And let's go. Let's build this big. God has blessed us with such an amazing opportunity. Let's use it to bless the whole world. So, see you all later in the day as we keep winning together. Bye-bye.